San Benito Greyhound Wrestling Banquet. I am Jose Montemayor, the president of the San Benito Greyhound Wrestling Booster Club. At this time, I'd like to recognize all the board members who assisted in making this event possible. We have our reporter, Adela. Would you please stand and be recognized? Oh, she don't want to stand. We have Jessica Liscano, secretary. Lauren Cantu, our treasurer. And our vice president, Leticia Montemayor. Guys, I know you know, it's a fairly small event and everything, but this is our first year. We're excited. It was a lot of hard work, very stressful. So just one more time, if we can give it up for our vice president. She really did a lot of work. Thank you. All right, at this time, the food's already ready. So wrestlers, if you guys want to make your way to the back and start lining up, they'll be ready to serve you guys. And of course, the tables, you guys are allowed as well to go, but I'm releasing the wrestlers first, because after all, it is our banquet. All right, so we're gonna enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy, and we're gonna get started. Thank you. This is our first year starting a booster club, and you know, it's been a crazy ride, but we've gotten through it. And just first and foremost, I want to see if we can get a round of applause for all the wrestlers and all the hard work that they've done, and the coaches. Coaches, I want to tell you guys, thank you guys for everything that you do with our kids, because you guys work with them day in and day out, and you guys are there for them when they're feeling bad, or, you know, whatever the case may be, you're there for them, and we appreciate you guys for everything that you guys do on and off the mat. So if we could just give them a round of applause. Alright, so like I said at the beginning, my name is Jose Montemayor. I am the president of the San Benito Greyhound Wrestling Booster Club, and we have a great treat for you guys. Today we have a living legend in San Benito wrestling. He's the man who first brought this program into existence. San Benito had no clue what wrestling was until this man showed up. This man, I had the privilege and honor of wrestling under this man. I don't know, can everyone hear me? Because it's going to be cutting in and out. He needs no introduction. Everybody knows him. Coach Q, everyone. Coach Q. Come on up here, Coach. So Coach Q was the very first wrestling coach in San Diego history. Like I said, I had the privilege of wrestling for this great coach, great man for the first, how many, Coach? How many years? 10 years? You were the first 10 years of the program? You were?
We started in 1992, 93.
92, 93.
Yes, sir. We're the first ones in south of San Antonio, first in San Benito, first in the Valley, Rio Grande Valley.
That's right, that's right. So,
we put San Benito on the map.
That's right, that's right. So, Coach Q, guys, I mean, this guy is the one responsible for wrestling in the Valley. So, if it wasn't for him, I don't think that any programs would have ventured out and started
building a wrestling team here and there. It started off as just San Benito. San Benito with Coach Q. Then it grew to PSJA. PSJA grew 3, 4 high schools, whatever they got out there now. And then more and more schools started. But for the most part, well, for all of it, Coach Q was a pioneer who brought wrestling down to South Texas. So if we could just give it up for Coach Q.
Thank you, Mr. Montemayor. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight. Parents, administration, and wrestlers, an honor to be here. I'm going to tell you a little history of how we started San Benito and why we started San Benito Wrestling. We had gone to Justin Converse in San Antonio to see what they did in the off season, and we noticed that J.W. Rudich, who was the head coach, athletic director at the time, came out and they were all doing football drills. He comes out of the office, blows his whistle, and says, "Okay, everybody drop their football drills," and everybody wrestled, and they all wrestled. And my head coach, athletic director at the time, Tommy Roberts, says, "That's what they do different than we do in the Valley. They wrestle. We don't wrestle over there. That's why we can't get past San Antonio in football and into other sports." So we started wrestling. Coach Quilantan, did you wrestling? You wrestled in college, didn't you? Yes, sir, I did. You started wrestling in San Benito Monday. Give me a rundown of what it takes to match, the uniforms, the helmets, scales, everything that it takes to run a tournament. So I did, I wrote it down. And thanks to the school board in San Benito, they approved it and they took care of us, and we started wrestling. It died, so I'm gonna just, I hope y'all can hear me. I've got a pretty outspoken voice. I've been told that I don't need a PA when I speak or talk to coaches or anybody. And I thought I was going to be nervous over here. I'm not nervous. I thought I was going to get nervous, but I see some of my ex-wrestlers here. Chief of Police Sosa, he wrestled for me. The heavyweight, what, 225 when you wrestled for me? Right? Yes, sir. My order right here, wrestled at 152. He's not 152 now. That's what he wrestled for. Tell him to wrestle. Good job. The first 2 years, the first year, we were not a team. We were considered a club, and we could not advance or compete with the other teams in the state. So what happens? I started talking to coaches in the Valley. PSJ Bears started their club, and then McAllen Memorial started their club, and we started having like a tri-meet in San Benito. So to be able to, we practice all week, sweated all week, you know what it is to work out all week, and then not who we're going to compete with. We had nobody to go compete with. So then the following year, we became a UIL sanction. Now we were able to compete and advance. So we started going to Beeville and beat them every time. They could never beat us. I had a real strong team that year, thank God. And then we'd go to Corpus, they couldn't beat us. All the Corpus schools. We were in San Antonio. I beat all San Antonio schools except one. And after the last day that I retired from wrestling, Winston Churchill, we could never beat them. They're super strong. I don't know what they eat or the corn, and I don't know what they eat, but they're super strong. Tacos? I won't say tacos. No, tacos we eat right here. Okay. So in 1992, we started that, right? And one thing I want to tell you about wrestlers in the wrestling sport, it's a very disciplined, number one disciplined sport to me, because you have to do a weigh-in. If you weigh 1 ounce or half an ounce or 1/8 of an ounce over your weight class certification, you will not be able to wrestle. The ref will disqualify you. It's weird and funny, you all have been through this. When you go into tournaments and you're getting there, like from San Antonio or Corpus, wherever the tournament is, you get there early in the morning and you see guys in sweatshirts and warming up and moving up over the place, trying to do something. If they're 1/2 pound over or 1/8 of a pound, and the ref gave them 30 minutes to come back and do the weight. If you make the weight, they let you wrestle. If you don't, you're done. You went to the trip for nothing. Am I right or wrong, girls? Guys, am I right? I know I am. Okay. So that's why it's very disciplined. Now, your parents cannot be with you 24/7. Your coaches cannot be with you 24/7. So you have to self-discipline yourself to maintain the weight certification, whatever weight class you were certified in. And coaches know this. When you travel to a district tournament, regional tournament, state tournament, you got to have a briefcase folder that a coach can challenge you to tell you, show me the weight certification for this wrestler right here. You got to have it with you. How you maintain the weight plan. You have to have it with you. If you don't, they're going to disqualify your athlete. Okay? Any questions so far? Good. I'm not going to stay here and talk to you guys forever and I left my glasses. I got it. There's about 55 schools here in the valley now that have boys and girls varsity wrestling. Now here there's some picking up in middle school already too. Is that true, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not the par on that. But every year that I'm trying to refrain from saying I. It's we. Every year that we coached here in San Benito, we took 3 or 4 or 5 to state every year. Regionals, we take about 8. And then some from regionals, you qualify to state. And you go out and wrestle in state or in regionals, the best of the best in the state are there. Everybody's good that makes it there. Everybody. And my hats off and respect to every one of the wrestlers, boys and girls, that make it there. It's gorgeous. They have this parade of champs at the beginning and before the tournament starts, and it's beautiful. They line them up by regions, and they line them up by weight classes. And it's something that out of this ordinary you've never seen. Okay. As a good wrestler, you become very respectful. You respect your parents, your school, you obey the guidelines, the rules. While I'm hitting that, parents, I appreciate the sacrifice you go through. I know sometimes, depending on where you're going, you have to be there at 5:30 in the morning, 5:45. And if you wrestlers drive, there's no problem. But what about the parents? If you don't drive, the mothers, the daddies that drop you off at 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. I want you guys to tell them always, I love you. If they did that for you, every time you're going to go to a tournament, tell them I love you. And the male wrestlers, I'm talking to you right now, forget the machismo. Forget about the machismo. They'll say, I can't tell my dad, man to man, that I love him. Hey, tell him you love him before it's too late. I learned to tell my dad I love you about 10 years before he passed away. But I don't regret it because I did it. Always tell your parents you love them. Or if you don't live with your parents, your guardian, whoever provides for you, whoever provides the food you eat when you get home, whoever provides the clothes you're wearing, love that person. Love those parents. I appreciate y'all and respect y'all parents. Good job. Good job. Let's do that time.
We got a little gift for you. I'd like to present you with this.
Well, Coach, here is a shirt for me. I bleed purple all the time, man. We call it the squeeze technique. We go wrestle and they said, coach from the far, Joe Clark Memorial, would say, don't ever let the San Benito wrestlers, if you get with San Benito wrestlers, do not let him get a hold of you because he's going to squeeze you, and I don't care how strong you are. You did the squeeze technique, hey, he's next to win out of him, he's going to I give up. Because you're going to knock in the wind out of him. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, very first coach, San Benito Wrestling.
Thank you very much. Thank you, San Benito. Y'all take care of me many years. I was at 28 years coaching football, and then I started wrestling.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen.